what is terambo? Another what is terambo? Another what is terambo? Another what is terambo? Hey, good morning sa mga Brenziller. Good morning sa mga Brenziller dyan. 40 yata yan. Sana magdagdagan pa yung mga Brenziller natin. Brenziller ka dyan. Brenziller para meron na kayong abilidad para maghagis ng bituin.
But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Between. Ayan, para may chance na magbahagis ng between kung may gusto. Diba? Kaya walang kaproblema tayo dyan. Hindi man lang ako nakapasok. Pero panalo, ang galing niya. Natatiwaris terambo, anatatiwaris terambo. Anatatiwaris terambo, anatatiwadis terambo. Anatatiwaris terambo. Uy, 8 stars daw. Okay na to. One day, baliho, one day, baliho, balayo haho, pambira bayole sa baliyo baho, pambira bayole sa baliyo baho, yahoo, sige, kakausapin ko muna ang mga are. Sige lang. Hindi ko alam kung may achievement dito kapag ka nakita mo tong mag-isa. Pero wala anong tawag dun? Walang hint para makita kung meron nga ba. Ito muna ang dalawa, no?
You haven't slept at all. Are you sure you're okay? This place seems even more perilous than we first thought.
Ba?
Don't worry about me. Staying focused under pressure for as long as it takes is my specialty.
Okay.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, looks like you've got some new ideas.
How could you tell?
Tumila ako ng
It's my job to keep tabs on people.
I figured as much. They're just preliminary ideas at this point, but I haven't completely thought them through yet. I'll tell you more once my ideas have taken shape.
Sure, sounds good. I also have some ideas of my own. I'll fill you in after I've confirmed some things.
Seems like a productive conversation.
You think so?
Hindi ko na dyan sa likod.
Two heads are always better than one.
Yeah, 2 heads. Ano? 2 heads ako? 2 heads ako? 2 heads ako? 2 heads ko si Lil Dude. Ito si Long Dude. Wow. Ako si Arton. Ano to? Sino may birthday? Uy, alam marker ka 1,000 napakaganda. Pakadaming bigay. Sabay to. Sige, later. Yeah, you know me. Why only? Hanggang na wala kang inaba. Diba? Are. Magkaiwala. Isa pa yung mga naroon.
It's hard to believe what we've encountered.
The door, what do we from here?
Well, I suppose there's no use hiding it anymore now that everyone's seen it. What you all saw really was my biggest fear. I never want to become a shrine maiden. Who could tolerate such a boring life? After these last few years with the Arataki gang, I suppose you could say I've seen it all. It's taken every skill in my arsenal to constantly clean up the messes they make. Though the list of annoying things to deal with is practically endless,
Yeah.
I am totally free in the Arataki gang.
Yeah, you know me. Why only? Hanggang wala ka ng iba.
In the open country. I know it sounds pretty silly, but that's the life that I want. Just don't laugh at me, okay? Otherwise, you might find
Shit.
yourself on the receiving end of a good beating.
Okay? Very good. Pero si Laban dyan meron. Laban meron. Oh.
Let's light it up!
Uy, shield. Shield. Bang. Uy, shield. 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 Yan.
Ushi, you sure you can't find a way back to that door again?
About the door.
Ah, perfect timing. I was just having a chat with Ushi about that. You know what? I can handle those mean people behind the door throwing beans at me, but causing trouble for you? Nuh-uh. That ain't gonna fly with this guy. What? There's nothing we can do? Listen here, Beefcake. You shouldn't give up so easily. Can't you have one last look for it? If you really can't find it, we'll just have to find another door. With any luck, one that connects to the outside world. You feel me?
Galing.
By the way,
Galing.
Traveler, if you have a moment, could you do me a favor? I'd like to discuss something with you. Please, come meet me over there.
Okay.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
Yeah. Boring. Walk tayo. Ano gari si Paimon nangyari? Naliliyo? Naliliyo si Paimon Gaming. Dub.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages.
Head to the place mentioned.
Thanks for coming to speak with me, Traveler. I've been thinking about this place. Since we still don't know just what kind of danger we're up against, we can't afford to delay any longer. We have to find the Conqueror of Demons as soon as possible.
Okay, let's find him.
Don't you think it's a strange coincidence that as soon as you told us about the Conqueror of Demons, we heard his voice in that place? It almost seems deliberate. As if something was trying to convince us that the Conqueror of Demons was there in order to lure us into the unknown. I have a theory, but I can't tell the others just yet. I don't want anyone to panic. Judging from the Conqueror of Demons' reactions, I think that he was somewhere else, but his voice and image were projected to our location. Is it possible that we've entered into a chaotic space? We're seeing things in people that shouldn't be here, even ghosts. And we don't feel hungry because the state of our bodies is suspended. It's as if time itself has stopped for us. If that's true, it means we've entered into a place where normal logic doesn't apply. When you put it all together, everything points towards one possibility. This is a place where time and space are thrown into chaos.
Chaos. So when we saw him at the domain entrance, he didn't really go the same way as us.
And yet, if it's truly chaotic,
How did we find our friend's voice, even when we had no idea where he was? It doesn't make any sense. Unless this space wanted us to hear it. Which brings me to my next point. I also have a theory about our encounter with the Conqueror of Demons earlier. I submit that we didn't actually see the Conqueror of Demons. He was somewhere else. But his status was transmitted to us through some kind of mind-bending spatial alteration. Traveler, you said you saw the abyss in that room, didn't you? At first glance, that door may seem like a prank. It shows you whatever you're afraid of, but if it manages to lure you inside, there's no way of knowing what might be in there. 1 minute, it's playing a joke to get you to lower your guard. The next, the danger is real, and it's trapped you. This space is a powerful opponent. It wants to use our minds against us. But I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing. Do you remember that small spatial rift next to the dissolving ground? It felt like spatial magic, but it seemed much more powerful than usual. When we saw that illusion of the Conqueror of Demons, it seemed like he wasn't expecting our spaces to intersect at all, and was even more surprised that we could hear and see him. I think that this space purposefully transmitted the Conqueror of Demons' voice to lure us into a trap. But I also think it didn't count on that spatial rift happening. In other words, the fact that we saw and spoke with the Conqueror of Demons was never part of its plan. Yes. Also, I had a good look around after coming back. I have a feeling that these chaotic spaces are constantly intersecting with each other, meaning that anything is possible. I think this gives us an opportunity. If the space creates phenomena meant to deceive us based on our imaginations, then we have to keep imagining, Traveler. If we try to stay calm and listen carefully, maybe, just maybe, we'll hear the Conqueror of Demons' voice again. Can you feel that? Let me see. I think it's here. And break! I secretly learned Yelan's illusion-breaking method without her knowing. Really didn't expect that to work. The sound came from behind this illusion. Let's go in and take a look.
Wala na naman. The fuck?
If we try to stay calm and listen carefully, maybe, just maybe, we'll hear the Conqueror of Demons' voice again.
Sige, are. Sige yan.
Useless.
Dalawa. Idaan oh. Ay, ito yung daan oh. At ito illusion lang.
Rise!
Hindi makapunta. Paano ko makikita yan? O, halimbawa are. Handbrake!
Solidify!
Uy.
It's getting clearer.
No. This is the chasm. What did British go through here? If it was just in that battle 5 years ago, what is he doing here? The one I met. Is that the prime Aksha?
Break! Walang break. What? Shaming!
The
Sugar!
voice is much clearer now. We're close. Conqueror of demons, can you hear me? It's Yenfei. The Traveler and I are trying to find you.
Traveler? Yenfei?
It worked. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Listen to me. It's chaotic here. We may not be in the same space, but sometimes the sound can get through, which means these separate spaces intersect from time to time.
Everything is chaotic here. No. The darkness that sullies my soul is harmful to mortals.
Right now, we have more dangerous things to worry about than that. This space is using our urge to find you to lure us into traps. Without you here with us, our search for you could very well lead us into danger.
So, you're in danger too? There was no need for you to search for me.
But we're worried about you. And earlier, the Traveler was tricked into entering a dangerous place.
It's true though. Psh,
How do
bilalabas.
we meet?
Conqueror of demons, can you find out where our voices are coming from? Find the spot where our voices are the clearest and try... something there. It might work.
I see. The spaces may intersect amidst the chaos. By try something, do you mean...
Hurry! If we miss this chance, we might not get another one.
Stand back!
Let's get him back to the camp.
Now we can avoid getting split up.
Oh.
A lot's happened here, but this wasn't just for our own safety. You're injured. We can't just leave you alone.
It's just a flesh wound. I am fine. I shouldn't let myself be a burden to you.
You're not a burden. Don't think that for 1 second. We need you, all of us. For our sake, please, stay here, please.
Fine. As you wish.
You're injured. Get some rest. Everything else can wait.
All right.
No way home.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where...
It's you. It's you! It's you. I'm thinking of no worries up around us. It's you. Huh? Illusion daw ito, illusion. Illusion daw ito eh. It's you. It's big enough. Don't know more. It's you. It's you. Stand back. Stand back. Stand back. Nakaliligaw na ako. Dito. Naliligaw na ako. Dito. Naliligaw na ako. Dito. Zoom, zoom. Zoom.
As expected, something strange is going on here.
Si Jason! Sana makuha kita, Jason!
Oh, Traveler?
You're both here. Great. I want to talk to you.
I also felt that the space was targeting us, but Yenfei managed to exploit its weakness. Leave it to Yenfei to find a loophole.
Based on what just happened, we can now confirm our suspicions that space and time function chaotically here. In addition, we must stay vigilant to avoid the traps set for us by this place. Now that we've found the Conqueror of Demons, the next thing we need to do is find a way out.
I went back to the domain again just now. Although I couldn't find a new route, it wasn't a completely fruitless trip. My clan has practiced magic for generations, and has created some catalysts that only we know how to use. I recognized something like one of those catalysts in the domain. Unfortunately, it disappeared as soon as I approached it. I think so, but it's hard to distinguish between reality and illusion here. I can't be sure. Also, I am the only one out of all of us who could know what it would look like. To me, that confirms that this place really is reading our minds.
Just like with that door. It's like it's alive, and testing us.
By reading our minds and showing us what we want, it creates the reality that we want to be true. Everything it does is either to get us to lower our guard, or to wear us down. If that's the case, it can only have one goal. To trap us here until we die. What else could it be?
We should prepare for the worst, but we mustn't give up.
I've always known there were secrets hidden in the chasm, but even the Qixing have never heard about anything like this.
Yelan, when we first ran into you, you said you had something to do. What were you referring to?
I was looking for the truth behind the monster invasion from Conria. Please keep everything I'm about to say to yourselves. No one else can know. Otherwise...
We got it.
500 years ago, a wave of dark beasts from Conria attacked the 7 nations of Tevat. Naturally, Liyue was also affected. Under Rex Lapis's command, the Millelith fought hard to hold the front line near the chasm. But these were vicious beasts, And this was the most desperate battle Liyue had ever faced. At a critical moment, someone distracted the monsters and led them away. Just when all hope seemed lost, the tide turned. The Liyue army eventually won the war, but there were many who never returned. 2 of my ancestors took part in that war, and the one who made it back went insane. Everything about it was strange. The current generation of Qixing knows very little about these events, and very few came back from the chasm alive. Finding out the truth has been a waiting game. The day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request to be transferred here, so I could finally learn the truth of what happened back then. But this place we've ended up in, and the possibilities we're facing, it's all far more terrifying than I'd imagined. We can't give up. Right now, our #1 priority has to be getting out of here alive. Are you all right? You've suddenly gone quiet. It's not like you at all.
Shh, we'll talk later. I'm just processing all the existing clues we have. Maybe the key to our escape is hidden in some detail I've overlooked. I have to go over everything again.
All right, well...
Oh, don't worry. I won't write down anything that you told us about.
No, I meant if you're going to analyze the facts, count me in.
You don't look well. I guess things still haven't improved.
Yeah!
It's okay. You don't have to go into all the details. Sometimes I really am the
Sinubo.
boss.
Arsiki ko sinubo.
Hey, Ushi. Looks like our little lavender melon has fallen asleep, huh? Do you think she's dreaming? Man, she looks wiped out. It's kind of hard to see her like this. I mean, most of the time she never shuts up. Aw, poor thing. Man, that little dude looks stunning too. I'm kind of worried about him. I sleep like this when I'm in jail. Good one. I do slumber like a king. Traveler, when did you get here?
Little dude.
Wait, where are we? Yep, way better. Paimon just got a little fright because she's never seen a crazy place like this before. Who would have thought the best guide in all of Tibet could end up so out of their depth? Yeah! So anyway, Paimon just had the weirdest dream. There were cattle mooing constantly. Yeah, just like that. Aw, Ushi, were you looking after Paimon? Traveler, it looks like the Conqueror of Demons is awake.
I'm fine. Don't worry. The karma I carry is dangerous to humans. Keep your distance.
Well, I have Adepti blood in me, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Even so.
What happened while Paimon was sleeping? How did Xiao get here?
With a little help, I was able to find my way here.
Conqueror of Demons, could you tell us what happened before you joined us?
No need to be so formal. Just call me Xiao.
Oh, sure.
It was a senseless battle. I came here looking for someone, but when I found them, they weren't anything like how I expected.
Madame Ping says that you usually base yourself at Wangshu Inn to guard the main road through Dihua Marsh. It's unusual for you to go looking for someone yourself. Are they an Adeptus?
I'm looking for a Yaksha called Bosacius.
Bosacius.
Bosacius? Is that one of the 5 Yakshas? Like you? I thought that you were the only one left. Aren't the other 4... gone from the world?
You could say that. But Bosacius's body is the only one that was never found. Yakshas deal with God's remains all the time, and we become tainted by karma. Over time, it inevitably drives us to madness. The last time I saw Bosacius, it was the day he lost his mind. He left. No one knew where he went, and I never heard from him again. But Bosacius was the eldest of us. He once told us, as Yakshas we will experience countless wars. Whether we live or die, we must promise to take care of each other, and know each other's fate to the very end.
Did he forget his promise because he lost his sanity?
It's possible, but I did not. I am the sole survivor. So it is my duty to find out the fates of the others.
What made you come to the chasm? Did you hear something about Bosacius being here?
Did you know that 500 years ago, the beasts of Conria invaded the chasm? That war lasted a long time. It is said that in the midst of the battle, a brave Yaksha was seen putting up a heroic fight. But no one knew the Yaksha's name.
But there were many more than 5 Yakshas in total, so there's no guarantee it was Bosacius.
Wow. But you must think it was probably him if you came here to investigate, right?
I am by no means certain, and I didn't have any other clues except for this one. But Bosacius was proud. If he had taken part in that war, he would have announced his name. So at first, I thought the nameless Yaksha couldn't be him.
Wait, so it was Bosacius you were fighting with? Did he injure you?
Yes.
No way!
The invasion of monsters from Conria, the battle in the chasm, and Yelan's ancestor. I have a feeling that somehow these are all connected. Life is full of coincidences, but this is too much of a coincidence. Could this all be related to the fantastic compass mentioned in the will, too?
What will?
Oh, right. I came here because of a will. Maybe it's not something you've come across much before, but both mortals and adepti sometimes write out their final wishes so somebody else will carry them out after they've passed. It's known as a last will and testament.
And this can be done at any time?
Whoa, whoa! You wanna write a will? Now?
It was no accident that you saw my illusion that day. This place used your desire to find me to create a trap that you would willingly walk into. Pure deception is easy to spot, but the truth laced with lies can be a fatal combination. What you heard were really things that I said. It made sure you heard my real voice to create panic. This one-way communication was the bait. If we hadn't managed to get in touch through the spatial rift, we may well have lost someone by now. Rather than murdering in cold blood, this space seems more intent on consuming souls.
How is this even possible?
Wow.
Our opponent is very clever. It is not safe to stay here. Everyone, whether I accomplish what I came here to do or not, I must find a way to get you out safely. I rejoined to warn you that it's extremely dangerous here. If you stay here too long, this space may well devour you.
But how do you know?
You might become a shadow of your former self, wandering the underground like a lost soul.
Sounds like you saw them too.
Yelan, you're back.
I've been back a while. I was listening to the conversation. I've seen some strange things here too. Objects that shouldn't be here. Strange figures appearing, then vanishing. I don't think any of it is real.
So they're just illusions?
At first I had the same thought, but it's not that simple. There may come a day when these illusions become real and attack you.
From what you were saying a moment ago, it sounds like you know a way out of here.
I can't say for sure. It's just a guess. As Yanfei said, this space is chaotic and unstable, but it has its weaknesses. By attacking the point where both spaces connect, I was able to create a rift and move from one to the other. So, if I use all the energy I have, I may be able to tear a passage out of this chaotic space.
Really? So powerful attacks can affect the space itself. I had wondered if that was a possibility.
Whoa, 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 whoa. But what do you mean by all the energy you have?
I mean, it will take everything I've got.
Wait a minute. When you said you were gonna get us out safely, you mean you're gonna stay here?
You can't be serious.
I saw Bosacius underground. That's when I realized the horror of this place. A single blast can only create a very small opening. To send you back to the outside world, I may need to continuously channel power in order to keep the tunnel open. I know how to fight to the bitter end. I can do this.
No. No way. Even if what you're saying is true, I can't agree to this.
I'm not neither. It's not much of an escape plan if we gotta leave someone behind.
Nanonood ako ng movie. Movie time!
It's only a good or bad plan if there are other options to compare it to. But that's not the situation we're in right now. I doubt you'd still be stuck here if anyone had a better idea.
But can you be certain that your plan will work?
I cannot.
What is wrong with you? You can't bet your life on something if you don't even know it's gonna work. It's not worth it.
To conclude, I'm not agreeing to this plan.
What if I told you, this is my last will?
You?
That's your strategy, huh? No offense, but we have no guarantee this plan of yours will succeed, or even that it's safe. You said it yourself. Yakshas pose a danger to humans. You really expect us to accept your self-righteous plan just because you say so?
The battlefield is a treacherous place. Every opportunity you take, you put everything on the line for. If you fear sacrifice and failure, you can never be victorious.
I've been in my fair share of treacherous battles, so I know full well that you never bring up extreme measures like this until the very, very end. You say these things in the hope that we will understand and accept them. But if you don't even know that your self-sacrifice is going to pay off, all you're doing is hurting morale. Besides, if you were really so determined to end it all, you wouldn't have given us the opportunity to share our opinions. You think you're oh so cold and ruthless, but I'm not buying it. And anyway, losing one of us so the rest can escape? Some victory that is.
Yelan, don't be so harsh.
Point is, it's not time for drastic measures yet. It's possible there's a hidden passage leading to the exit that we just haven't discovered.
What if there isn't? Or if we don't find it? And in the end, I'm so weak that I don't have the strength left to sacrifice myself. What do you propose we do then?
As things stand, there's no difference between sacrificing you and trying to find another way out, in terms of the likelihood of success. If we can't say that one strategy is better than the other, we certainly shouldn't be rushing into a risky course of action.
Did someone say a strong enough strike can break us out of this place? Yeah, that's right. I heard ya. No one's staying behind to let anyone else out, all right? Enough talk. It's time for action! Come on, whatever you are! Let's see how long you manage to keep us trapped in here after I'm finished with you!
Easy now.
Have a taste of this! Whew, okay, so I didn't tear the whole place down. But check it out, new path. If you need a hero, I'm the man for the job.
Should have seen this coming.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Why do you always have to do things like this?
Shinobu.
Shinubo!
What happened to Ito? Did he pass out?
Shinubo!
The boss used up all his strength in one punch. Maybe that's the reason he managed to tear open a passage.
Let me see if there's any way I can stabilize it.
He did this because he heard us arguing, right?
The thing with Boss is, he just can't stand conflict between teammates. Whenever we get into an argument in the Arataki gang, he always goes and does something shocking to calm everyone down. Today, he's done it again. He may not have known you for very long, but when he said he sees everyone as part of the same team, he truly means that. Another other thing with bosses. He hates it when other people sacrifice themselves, but he always seems to end up doing it himself. That said, there's a slight distinction to be made with him. When he does things like this, he doesn't really think he's sacrificing himself, because he genuinely believes that he's strong enough to defeat any obstacle he's facing.
Giant ego alert! And wasn't he just doing the same thing Xiao suggested? So stupid.
The boss is hardly open to persuasion. Besides, he always acts without thinking. There's no doubt that he really thought he was about to solve everything in one hit. It's not just him either. The other guys in the Arataki gang are more or less the same. That's why they need someone like me to clean up after them. I couldn't stop him if I tried, so I might as well just let him do his thing. Besides, often his harebrained intuition is surprisingly on point. We might punch our way out of here yet.
Ito, please tell Paimon you're okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You have nothing to apologize for. Both you and Yelan made some very good points. Still, if this was an Arataki gang issue and you were one of our members, I have to say I'd side with Yelan on this one. The boss definitely wasn't sacrificing himself. He firmly believed that we'd be able to find a way out through the passage he opened up, and he's certainly not expecting to be left behind. Everyone's important. We have to support each other if we're going to get out of here. Your survival is of huge importance to some people. No, to a whole lot of people.
Sinubo. Sinubo.
Everyone, let's all do our best to try and find a way out. There's still a chance. I'm sure we can escape.
Mount
Leave the boss to me.
Kinasubo.
Don't worry.
Kasi taga doon si Sinubo.
Everyone, it seems this passage doesn't lead to the outside world, but deeper inside.
What the? So Ito's efforts were in vain?
No, it's still worth exploring. I'll go and take a look first.
Aha, I see. I'm with you.
What?
So far, I still haven't found the thing I came looking for. That magical device, remember? If this domain has the power to project our imaginations or the things we're searching for into reality, well, maybe I can use that to my advantage to track it down.
Oh, right! No wonder she keeps telling us to keep going. If it's a magical device, it must be super powerful.
Well, I can't guarantee that, but it's worth a try.
I will find a way.
Nawala na naman. Nawala na naman si Xiao Main.
Let him go. But if you're planning on going into that domain too, then come with me.
Nawala
After
na
all,
naman.
I'm just a lawyer. We'll be safer if we team up. By the way, you and Xiao seem pretty close, huh? Yelan got a bit worked up just now, so I just wanted to apologize on her behalf. I have to say though, if Yelan hadn't spoken out like she did, I'm not sure she would have gotten through to him. Also, self-sacrifice is something Yelan feels strongly about. She tried to stop whoever it was. From what I know, she's lost comrades in the line of duty before, and then was rescued herself. Maybe being a survivor is what makes her so against seeing other people sacrifice themselves. How can things ever be the same again, knowing that your life was saved when others weren't? In a way, salvation can also be a burden. If I were her, I'm not sure I would have done anything different. Oh, wait, 1 second. I'll be right there. Yeah! Right, that's much safer. Since Ito can't fight right now, I've cast a spell to protect you guys.
Thank you, Senpai. Please, be careful.
We will. Same to you. Alright, Traveler, let's go.
Useless.
Ano ba yun? Nag-iiba? Nung una, are, wala. Uy.
Boring.
Sinubo. Kailangan si Sinubo.
What's this? Huh? Look at that huge disc in the distance. Hold on. Is that the fantastic compass?
What the f-
What? That's the best description you can come up with? It's way, way bigger than that!
Huh. Well, it seems our theory checked out. In my humble legal opinion, that's almost certainly the magical device I've been looking for. It really showed up. But if this really is the fantastic compass, it's so huge! How the heck am I gonna lug that back to my office? I mean, come on, Yanfei. Don't give up now. Let's investigate the area first. What the... Are they treasure hoarders? They look familiar. Oh yeah, I bumped into these rapscallions a few days ago.
Want a taste of my hammer?
Motion to compel! There's a smaller disc here. Judging from the appearance and design... In all likelihood, this is the fantastic compass. Why is there a small version of the fantastic compass stuck in the ground? What's it for? Incinerate!
Jab across.
Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel! Yikes! Boom boom! Easy peasy. Just like last time. You know, when I ran into them before, I was working on a big commercial case. The defendant hired them to attack me, just to get back at me. Happens all the time. Luckily, I'm well trained in martial arts, so taking them down was a piece of cake. But these are the exact same guys as I met last time. Is this space recreating scenes from my memory? Maybe this is one of the ways our adversary intends to devour us. Unbelievable.
Grabe, lawak.
Whoa. Is this a tunnel? This is weird. It feels like it's connecting to another world. Or maybe another time.
Ala.
Stabilize. Gather.
A new entrance. Great.
Huh?
Useless.
I thought we might run into some other people here, but apparently not. The Fatui? Whose memory is this? Ah! Watch out!
Just as I thought.
Yelan, you're here!
I will take you down no matter how many times you show up.
Hey, relax. We're together now.
Si Yelan naman gagamitin ko.
Frozen. Crisp. Have a load of this. Black frost.
Busted.
Shouldn't get carried.
Gotcha.
Now you're not going anywhere. It's time for a flash freeze. Ida, you need to hurry up.
Busted.
This one's well done.
Gotcha.
Roast and fry. You need to hurry up. This one's
Busted.
Frozen descent. Frozen food. Have a load of this.
I didn't factor this in.
Let's move. You're not going anywhere. Have a load of this.
Incinerate! Ja. Ja.
You need to hurry up.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Descent.
Amateurs. And still they dare to come after me.
You've still got it.
Remember how I said I'd seen some illusions myself? Those were the same words I heard last time. The space seems to be reproducing that memory. Now that you know, at least we're all on the same page.
He said the word fantastic. Was he talking about the fantastic compass?
Yanfei, see that thing on the ground?
Yeah, we tinkered with it. That's how we met up with you. I guess it's a miniature version of the fantastic compass in the distance. It has a close connection to the entire space.
It looks somewhat familiar. Let me think.
Fantastic Compass Gameplay Tutorial. Protect the needles on the fantastic route. compass to different points to change the time in this area. And jump to different times. Direction in certain previous point in time may affect the next point in time. Jump. I'm riding the saddle back of Hulan. He hopes that his family is also well. If not for this pass, he would have wanted to go back to spend Lantern with them.
Stabilize!
Yeah.
Gather!
Wala, naipit ako. Naipit ako.
Quake! Here!
Sira hulo ka.
What's this? Huh? Look at the— What? Huh. Well, it seems our theory
Ulit si
checked out.
Bobo.
In my humble legal opinion, that's almost certainly the magical— But if this really is the fantastic compass,
Ulit si
it's
Bobo.
so huge. I mean, come on, Yanfei. Don't give up now. They look familiar. Motion to compel. Breath of the flame! Incinerate! You know, when I ran into them before, happens that these are the exact same guys as I met last time. Maybe this is what.
Muli simula mga gunggungan. Potres. Potres, kung hindi kasi mag-i-explore, hindi makakuha yung chest eh.
There's a smaller disc here. Judging from the appearance and design, in all likelihood, this is the Fantastic Compass. Why is there a small version of the Fantastic Compass stuck in the ground? What's it for?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are the...
Huh? A new entrance. Great!
Whoa. Is this a tunnel? This is weird. It feels like it's connecting to another world. Or maybe another time.
We might run into some other people here, but apparently not. The Fatui? Whose memory?
Just as I thought.
Yelan, you're here.
I will take you down.
Hey, relax.
Busted. Quietly now.
Let's move. It's time for a flash. It's time
Motion to compel.
Shield to the bone. It's no problem. You need a
Busted.
This was well done.
Incinerate!
Game's up. Fun's over.
I mustn't give up. Out of here, I will recall.
Amateurs. And
You've still got it.
remember how I said I'd seen some of those were the same words I heard last time? The space seems to be now that you know.
He said the word.
Yanfei, see that thing on the ground?
Yeah, we tinker.
Magbag na uli. Gagawin natin. Yan pala yun. Babasagin na pala yung tree. Kailangan pala na, uy, ano to, ba't may red?
Another new space.
If everywhere within this space follows the same rules, there must be another small fantastic compass somewhere around here.
Osatius, I can't believe someone like you would end up as a lost soul underground.
Bakit may mga ka ng ganyan? Okay, wala.
No enemies. Hold on.
Wait, is the enemy hiding itself? Oh no, we should go help him.
Stay back. This is my fight. Do not come near me.
Sisaw naman.
Filthy monsters! So many people have died at your hands! I lured you here to this underground space because I found your weakness.
Hiding and ambushing from the dark is Bosatius' signature tactic.
Die here with me!
Huh? How did a valiant warrior like you die here?
Uh-oh. This is not going well for Xiao.
No matter. I know how this ends.
Look! Bosatius is showing signs of fatigue.
Bosatius, martial Retris. Even your strength is finite. But your illusion is not as mighty as you. This is not you in all your glory. I wonder what Rex Lapis would think if he saw what had become of the first Yaksha.
Leave! I'll deal with the rest. We can't let the monsters get to the surface. Everyone, remember, we must hold the line at 60 miles outside the chasm at all costs.
Useless.
Enough! Phantom, be gone!
Joe, are you okay?
This is my purpose. Don't worry about me.
So your invisible opponent was the legendary Bosacius, Marshal Vitris?
Yes. So excuse my stubbornness. Bosacius has been missing for centuries. This may have been the last time I will ever see him.
He was saying something about holding the line at all costs.
He fought here. The nameless Yaksha from the legends. It was him.
But didn't you say he'd always announce his name? How could his name be lost to time? What happened?
I don't know. Maybe he forgot who he was.
Because the karma you spoke of drove him to madness?
Bosacius had already gone mad before he disappeared. There was no way of knowing if his memories were intact.
He still took part in the Battle of the Chasm despite having gone mad?
We Yakshas are not a race that thrive in peacetime. It's likely that he was drawn by the scent of bloody war. Slaughter is what we do best. Maybe it's the only thing we know. This battle confirmed my suspicions. As we had speculated, this space reflects information from people's minds. In other words, despite going mad, Bosacius came here. The illusion we saw just now is the impression he left behind. This space recreated him as he was during the battle. The way he fought was so self-destructive. He couldn't possibly have survived.
Bosacius's illusion said he'd discovered the monster's weakness and lured them underground. What kind of place could this be? Defeating Conria's monsters is no small feat, that's for sure.
Guys, it could just be me, but I think I'm suddenly feeling more tired than I was.
This space is really starting to affect us.
I believe Bosacius stayed here underground. But now he is gone, and only his illusion remains. If we don't leave, we may meet the same fate. Time to move on. You fought well, Bosacius. Goodbye.
Bosacius. Bosacius on the floor. Oh, wow. Pick it up for me, for me, for me, for me, not girl. Bosacius on the floor. Ah, pick it up for me, for me, not girl. Bosacius on the floor. Ha 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 ha. Bosacius on the floor. Ha. This is the 10th day or more than we've been separated from Boyang. The Yaksha and the others. Well, that's where my friend here says that it's only been 3 days. I have no clue who is right or wrong, or I don't think that arguing serves any purpose at this moment. At this moment. As we go on, but we cannot. Versace's on the floor. Oh, uy, bak naman.
Shine down!
Gather!
May spider, wala namang ganyang kalaban.
Boring!
happening?
Boring!
Versace's on the floor. Take it out for me, now Versace's on the floor. Take it out for me. So dark.
Those memories. So dark. Boring!
Kung nagkaroon ka ng weapon, yes, sir! Hey!
Looks like there's some information here. Shall we take a look?
Okay,
Let's see. Uy, we have no idea how long it's been since we came out with our comrade. But according to that information, ability. Indeed, most of them have disappeared. We are victorious in what grand victory save that we can never again return home. Walang Sutter will turn to this year. And Qingming's granddaughter is getting wrong in that one. Some of them miss their families totally. There's no relation. No one deserves to return home. But this place is very mysterious indeed. I do not know if it's because we miss home or because this place was always like this. But when we're on patrol here, we can see sights that we could only see back home. I used to hear the my mountains, but this does not really mine. Perhaps this imagination. I wish I could go back there.
It looks like these were letters written by the Millilith soldiers who stayed here.
So, who's this Boyang they mentioned?
Boyang was one of my ancestors. The one who didn't make it back.
You mean Boyang fought alongside Bosacius?
I believe so.
And the Millilith soldiers were their brothers in arms.
I guess now we have a pretty good idea of where everyone that went missing ended up.
Yes.
So scary. What happened?
Come on, let's not stay here. I have a gut feeling that sooner or later we'll connect all the dots. And then, we'll finally know the truth. Still, who knows how this space is planning on revealing the answer to us.
Nasaan tayo? We're here.
Nothing here at all.
What a creepy space.
It has the feel of the abyss. But where are the opponents?
Your memory? Of what? The Abyss? So, this place is created purely based on your memory? It's getting darker. It's...
Lumine, wait!
Nagsalita na.
Huh? What's that shiny round thing on the ground?
The fantastic compass!
In the other spaces, the fantastic compass was always partially buried in the ground. But this one is lying flat, intact, as if somebody left it here.
Oh, she was just a figment of your imagination? So, she appeared as an illusion because you miss her so much, huh?
Yanfei, are you sure this is the fantastic compass you're looking for?
I think so. There were no pictures in the will, but based on the description, it seems to check out. Yelan? What is it?
From the design and build, this fantastic compass looks extremely similar to the catalysts used by my clan. I just need to do this, and... Someone's used this before. There may be a hidden message inside. Let's get out of here and find somewhere safer. All right, here we'll be fine. Take a moment to catch your breath while I try to unlock the fantastic compass.
Useless! Boring!
Now that I've found the fantastic compass, my work here is done. But if the Bosacious we saw was just an illusion, will we really be able to take anything we find here back to the outside world?
Bosacious was the leader of the 5 Yakshas under Rex Lapis's command. He could control electro energy. Unlike me, he was both a formidable warrior and a talented commander.
Electro.
Within yin and yang, among the 5 regions, water, fire, wind, and thunder cycle like the seasons. Grasp the 7 heavens from the ground. Open wide the 3 gates. All the world within reach.
close.
Well, well. This is not what I was expecting.
Oh, seems like you've made a new discovery.
My name is Boyang. Here I leave the record of all I know for future generations to see and learn from my experience. My comrade and myself were ordered by the Chising to take the fantastic compass to the castle and assist our millet champion. But the beasts in this place were incredibly terrifying and our forces suffered terribly losses. If not for the aid of the Yaksha, I feared that my brother and I might have been slain right there and then. This Yaksha has 4 hands and behaves in a madden fashion. Even being unable to remember his own name, when in a crazed state, he refers to others around him as Alatus and Minogias. He has mastery over the thunder, and his form is awe-inspiring, one that is destined to be remembered through history. We followed him into battle against the wicked beast for 10 odd days, finally breaking out. The snake has its weakness, 7 inches below the head. And this must naturally have their weakness as well. Having discovered this, the Axis decided on the battle plan to target that weakness. In our previous battle, the surface of the castle was damaged, revealing a great enigmatic underground place in the Bawa. We observed the master would grow weak when approaching this domain, and so we guessed that there is some power that's there that great to press this piece of Canria. We have suffered too many losses. We must end this quickly. Rongzhao and I agreed that I would take the fantastic compass and lead a group of millet to follow the axis down into the underground palace. We will lure the beast away and lure them into the air of the palace. The seal must be completed by myself and the Yaksha within that place, with Rongzhao aiding us from the outside. That way we can ensure that the seal will hold. If this works, his castle front will be secured. However, this means that I, the Yaksha, and the millelate with us will be left behind within the underground palace. Yet the benefits are too great. We have to try this out. Note C. The warriors have observed day and night and have confirmed the beasts are heavily limited once they enter the underground palace, almost as if someone is eating away at them. Some of our wounded have sacrificed themselves, and others have split up from the main party in their confusions, never to return. Will the monsters really be vanquished in this way? Unmasked strangeness of the underground palace is something I fear only, and I access still live to witness. I do not know how much time has passed. The access gravely wounded and maddened. I fear he will not live long. As for me, though I remain clear-headed, I can feel the prey mode setting in. I do not know how long I have been there. It actually urged me to depart, forgetting that staying here was the fate we chose. The Underground Palace is almost like a living being. When a bridge first appeared in the ground, we leaped down below and gave bow. But even then, I noticed that the bridge was quietly closing. I'm not sure if that was the only tactic we could have chosen, and even when we attacked the reefs, the rent open space slowly regenerate. Well, they only regenerate slowly sometimes, other times they can be swept. It is hard to say. Does this mean that the damaged outer shell of the space have me accidentally enter the belly of some mighty Leviathan, only to be slowly devoured by it? I believe that this should be the end of those wicked beasts. We have outlasted them. I have tried many paths. There's no way out. The Yaksha has fallen. I only remain. I see my family, my wife, my children, and they approach me and they pass through. I must be going mad. How else could I be seeing my family who are in Lily Harbor? I wish I could go back home, but I cannot. Rongzhao. Sometimes I curse the fact that it was not you who had to undergo this torture, but Rongzhao, as your elder brother, I'm glad that you survived so that I can think straight.
This information was left by a thaumaturge called Boyang, who, as you know, is the missing ancestor that I came here to investigate.
All this information, it was left by your ancestor?
Hundreds of years ago, 2 of my ancestors, brothers, were gifted the fantastic compass by someone of great importance. They brought this device to the chasm and joined the war against the monsters of Conria. They set out together, but only one of them made it back. Minus his sanity.
Karma.
Correct. One possibility is that when they fought alongside Bosacius, they were tainted by his karma. Neither of them had visions, so they wouldn't have been able to resist its effects for very long.
From reading through this, it sounds like Boyang ended up staying here for good too.
Well, this is just wonderful. So, that's it. There's no way out?
What do we do? Are we gonna die here? But Paimon doesn't wanna die! Paimon's had enough of this place! Let me out!
What was that? Huh?
I got it! I just had a thought. Give me a second, I just need to double check. Uh-huh. Traveler, I just realized something. Okay, so on my way here, I was studying the will the whole time. But I didn't give any thought to the book that the will was inside of. I don't know it verbatim, but I have read it before. The gist of the story goes like this. Millennia ago, an Adeptus made a magic device to seal away evil monsters. Later, he made good friends with a human and gave the device to him to use as a catalyst. A few years later, great demons haunted the mountains. The mortal and the Adeptus joined forces to exorcise them using the same device. And that's not all. The book also says this. When mortal and Adepti powers are combined, one can move the heavens and shake the earth. This contraption is proof that mortals and Adepti may coexist, that there is unity between heaven and humanity. I have both Adepti and human lineage. Maybe my power can work. It worked! I mean, the effect only lasted an instant because I'm not strong enough. But still, we must be on the right track. And look, something seems to have been activated inside the fantastic compass.
By heaven's might and the gods of the 5 regions, Yaksha and mortal together take this contraption in hand.
That's their voices from when they made the seal. Bosacius and my ancestor. They sealed off this space at the top together.
I see. It makes sense now. Everyone, let's go back and meet up with Ito and Shinobu. I have a suggestion to make.
Paimon can barely move anymore. Oh, why can't we get out of here? Paimon doesn't want to die. Paimon wants to stay with you.
Paimon, just hang in there, okay? Trust me, there's still hope.
Let's go.
Let's go! Story mode. Cookie Shinobu!
Shinobu, Ito, we're back!
How's Ito? Is sleeping?
He must be exhausted, because he still hasn't woken up yet. But he's not in any serious danger, so don't worry. What about you guys? You found something, didn't you? It's written on your faces. But whatever it is, it's bad news, isn't it?
We found the fantastic compass. The previous owner left a message inside, and from the looks of it, there really is no way out of this space after all. It seems like the previous owner was stuck here forever too.
Shoot!
This isn't over yet. Listen to me. Just now, I tried channeling my power into the fantastic compass, and it responded.
But all that did was activate the records from when the seal was created.
Right, but the issue wasn't with the compass. It was with the method. Remember what the book says? When mortal and adepti powers are combined, one can move the heavens and shake the earth. Only when a mortal and an adeptus combine their powers can the fantastic compass be fully activated. I'm a mix of human and adeptus. So the fact that the fantastic compass responded to me shows that the system is still functional. Lucky for us, we also happen to have a full adeptus and a human with training in the magic arts.
Interesting. So that's what was going through your head.
Human tapos adeptus magta. Ayo.
So, an adeptus and a human need to channel their power at the same time?
Yes, if my guess is correct. Then, when both of you put your full power into the fantastic compass, we should be able to completely reactivate it. Last time, it was used to seal the intersection between this place and the chasm. If we can reverse it,
then we're home free.
Awesome. So there's still hope?
You bet.
Your idea seems reasonable.
Okay, well let's all take a quick break. We'll give this thing a try once we're ready.
Nako. Makikipag-usap naman ako sa apat.
Boy, Paimon's so nervous.
Oh, lalabas na tayo!
Elon, Xiao, how are we looking?
Lalabas na tayo!
All set.
I'm ready.
Lalabas na tayo, guys.
Oh, but Yanfei, there's one thing you might need to mentally prepare yourself for. I'm afraid you probably won't be able to take the fantastic compass out of here. From what I can tell, everything within this domain is the result of disordered space-time and memories. We all came here for different purposes, and everything that's happened here has been in response to our own imaginations and conjecture. Terrifying, but also a miracle. This space, well, it's more than just a space. Whether there's some kind of higher power at work here, I don't know, but the whole time, it's been reading our minds and responding to us in the form of illusions. Also, according to the history of the chasm, this place must have existed for a very long time. What could have created it? Oh, that. Yeah, I was there too.
Huh? Wait a second. It was you that shot that arrow?
Who else did you think it was? That snake is probably a remnant of Conrion's civilization, and crystals are highly effective against it. Maybe there was some sort of opposing reaction between those two forces? If so, I'm extremely sorry, everyone. It looks like I might be the one responsible for all of this.
No. You're just trying to help us and solve the problem. You're definitely not to blame for what happened.
Yeah!
If you say so.
Come on, join my team. Sige lang, and do
You could
some
almost liken this
spiral
bizarre space to a living being that throws all kinds of hallucinations at us to deceive us. Everyone we've seen here, and all the paths we've walked, it all ceased to exist 500 years ago.
Yeah.
Additionally, most of the things here are static. So if we really do manage to escape, then once time starts moving normally again, the fantastic compass will likely disappear.
That's actually what I think too. That's precisely why it's such a miracle that we even found the fantastic compass to begin with.
This whole thing feels like we're breaking free from our shackles using a spear that by rights should not exist.
This is a long shot, but it may be our last chance. So, Whose wish was it that summoned this device?
Whose wish was it that summoned Shiva? Perhaps it was all of us.
Perhaps it was. But maybe there's another reason. Your incredibly strong commitment to your search. It's a shame that we couldn't find your family. But if they were here, I'm sure they'd want nothing more than to see you being rescued from this place.
I gotta say, it does intrigue me, the way we all ended up here together. If this is fate, then let's grab it in our hands and turn it around.
Okay, Fate! Come on, Fate!
Yushi and me. We're ready.
Come on! Pag nagpulo ko, mayroon ako ilan.
Take care of Paimon.
Yan.
Yanfei, you might need to come closer to me when the time comes.
Sure.
Gusto ko ng ilan. Ah! Kahit pangit yung ina, napapangitan ako. Kasi tatamaan pa rin pala siya. Tatamaan pa rin pala siya kahit hindi siya invisible. Rapid lang.
Divine, bestow your light. Evil purged by thunder's might. Spirit curbed, pneuma surge. By dictum divine, heed these words. Do as I command.
Goosebumps!
The compass is an amplifier.
Goosebumps!
Energy level, and we may stand a chance.
Goosebumps!
I will maintain the energy flow.
Understood.
Everyone, stand back.
Goosebumps, guys! Goosebumps! Huh?
I shall hold the line by sealing the surface.
As Yakshas, we must fight for this world. General Alatus, falling in!
Goosebumps! Goosebumps! Wow!
Watch out!
Goosebumps!
This trip may be dangerous, yet you insist on going.
I have guarded this place for several hundred years. Only to seek the nameless Yaksha, do I request your approval.
Goosebumps, guys! Goosebumps! Alam mo yun? Goosebumps! Grabe, nataas oh. Nataas oh. Nakaroon kasi. Wow.
You can't keep this up. Your strength won't last.
Ano si Zhongli? Zhongli.
That was close. I thought you were gonna get left behind. I'm so glad you're okay. That was terrifying.
I know what you were thinking, but... Never mind. I know I can't talk you out of a mindset that's been built up over a lifetime. I don't think we were ever going to reach an agreement over the final strategy. But in the end, it was thanks to you that we managed to escape. So, thank you for saving us all.
No. I could not have done this on my strength alone.
Don't mention it. It looks like everyone got out unscathed, but you all look pretty exhausted. Rest up. There's no hurry to move on from here. As for me, I'm gonna check the area for any unusual activity.
Grabe yan.
She's gone. Paimon
Grabe.
didn't even get to say thank you.
Grabe, nakaka,
Maybe Yelan really
Amazing.
doesn't believe she made a contribution. It seems like she's convinced Xiao saved us all, including her, and she doesn't know what to say to that. And since it's not easy to persuade Xiao of anything, maybe Yelan's just given up trying to talk to him.
Xiao, she's criticizing you.
I am not.
You speak only the truth. I have no quarrel with that. I will keep your words in mind.
Really? Well, that's great. I count that as quite an achievement. It was a perilous situation we were faced with underground, and it took every single one of us for any of us to make it out alive. I feel lucky that we didn't lose anyone along the way.
Hey, so
Kinabahan ako dun
Woodchucker still hasn't woken up yet. Surely he's not gonna stay asleep forever, is he?
Kinabahan ko dun Kala ko yung character kong favorite. Mawala.
Let's go check on him.
I slept like a rock. Good times. Huh? What you doing? What's going on? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you in any pain?
The head? What about it? Is there any brain damage from the impact?
You need to tell us if you're not feeling well.
You weren't that bright to begin with, so if we add brain damage to the equation...
Grabe
Oh,
yan.
brother.
The heck are you guys talking about? I'm fine. I had an epic power nap, and now I feel like a million more. Huh. I feel like I'm forgetting something, though. Oh, yeah! Wait, weren't we underground? How did we get back up here?
It's a long story. We'll fill you in later. Ito, we're indebted to you, Shinobu, and Ushi. We couldn't have escaped this predicament without your help. I'm the reason you all got caught up in this. Please accept my apologies, and let me find some way to compensate you for the trouble.
Ah, crazy talk! You helped us first! Of course we're gonna return the favor. Hey, if it weren't for you, we'd still be in a Liyue jail cell right now.
That's not quite correct. You'd be in jail, not me.
Good point. Well, okay then. How about this? To celebrate our newfound friendships, how about you let me take you to Liyue Harbor for some sightseeing and a proper meal?
I like the sound of that! Now that you mention it, whew, I am famished. Oh, I can barely walk here.
I'm hungry too, Senpai. Why don't we head straight over?
Tapos na yata ang maparmang journey.
Paimon wants to come too! Huh? Fine!
Alright, well, I promise I'll take good care of your friends from Inazuma. Take it easy, okay? What we just went through was a lot. Oh, wait! Yelan left already. I was gonna treat her to some tea. But I'll take this to mean we're square.
Oh, yeah? right? Wow. Okay, I'll let him know. Traveler, Flying Lavender Melon, Ushi has a couple words he'd like you to pass on for him.
What?
Oh, I want to hear this.
Me too. Count me in.
Good idea! Let's do
Ano yun? Hindi ko alam. Ano yun?
Paimon never would have guessed that Ushi was so gentle and thoughtful. Never judge a bull by its cover, huh?
Sometimes the profoundest truths can also be the simplest. I think Ushi's words may well come in handy.
You betcha! Just leave it to us.
All right, Ito, Shinobu, Ushi, let's go.
Oh yeah! Grub time!
See you next time.
Finished taking care of business?
Oh, there wasn't any business. We were just saying goodbye to our friends.
You're still here. I saw the two Inazumans leave with Yenfei, heading towards Liyue Harbor. Aren't you going with them?
We still had some stuff we wanted to say to Xiao.
I figured as much. I've checked the area. Nothing strikes me as out of the ordinary. Looks like this chapter has come to a close. Now, I just need to take care of the confidentiality issues. Let's hope our friends from overseas can keep their mouths shut. For their own sakes.
We got it! We got it! We'll make sure they don't say anything. Please don't hurt them.
Oh. You figured me out, huh? All right, I'll quit pulling your leg. Everyone really rose to the occasion this time. I won't ever forget what we went through. Where could that strange space have come from? And how has it existed down there undetected for so many years? I have to investigate this further. I have a feeling that whatever lies behind all this runs deep. Maybe so deep that no one can be allowed to know. Also, I think someone helped us out at the last minute. They did a good deed, of course, but somehow I couldn't tell anything about them. It must have been someone of great importance. Anyway, these questions will have to wait for another time. I have some follow-up work to do and reports to make. So it's back to Liyue Harbor for me. See you when I see you.
Bye, Yelan!
Forma.
You knew I was waiting for you? Really? There's somewhere I want to go. If you have the time, you can join me.
Where is it?
A place that has to do with the Yakshas.
Layers of Fears. Escape the mysterious space of the bad ball of the casa.
Useless.
Uy! Puro na yata. Hindi pa. Pero pwede kong unahin yung ano. Pwede kong unahin itong Mystery Gaming na ito. Sino bang gumagamit na? Uy! Shuriken. Pamaypay. Pamaypay. Sino ba yung nagpapamaypay? Si Xiao? Si Xiao ba? Ayun, pamaypay. So kay Xiao tayo. Sa pamaypay tayo ni Xiao. Sa pamaypay tayo ni Xiao. Pamaypay. Pamaypay. Yan. Come on, let's do this! I'm gonna pee-pee. I'm gonna pee-pee. Xiao Mein. Hindi ka susuko. Hindi na susuko si Xiao Mein. Niligtas siya ni Zhong Liman. Which is, I have. Sige, tapangan nyo lang.
Illusion shattered. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Disappear! Worthless! Here!
Mas malakas si Xiao kapag ka naka-crit rate talaga. So, ito na yung weapon niya muna for the meantime. Katulad lang din naman siya ng ano. Katulad lang din naman siya ng ano, ng kanyang primordial jade. Kulay po lang alam. Ito ay primordial fire. Primordial fire.
Solidify!
Shine down.
Order guide you. Gather.
I'm going in.
Lament! Here! Here! Here!
Mas pabilis kasi matmaya yung 30 at least na ano, na-achieves yung ano. So, tapos na Tamperosos Trail. Tapos na yata. So, wala mga problema tayo dyan. Niligtas siya ni Zonglin, galing. Mabait. Favorite ni, ano, ni Zonglin kang
There is
si
no escape.
Xiao.
Everybody stand back.
Disappear! Here! 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 Useless!
Okay, zero na raw. Uy! Guminto! Guminto! Sa linggo mag-ano ako, magkakaroon ako. Sa Sunday, magkakaroon ako. So, ayan. Maya-maya tayo mag-expedition. Puntahan muna natin tong ano. Tapusin muna natin tong Religious Trail na to. Na medyo nabanas.
The temple up ahead was built to remember Pervases. Maybe I came here because I had a realization.
You mean back when we were underground?
It's hard to put into words. Seeing Bosacius gave me the false impression that I'd traveled back into the past. You could dress up the Yaksha's life and call us valiant warriors, veterans of war. But the truth is, we are slaughterers, and nothing more. For Bosacius, perhaps dying in the heat of a great battle was no tragedy. And perhaps the same is true for me. After living so long, to die in the act of saving others would not have been a terrible thing. So maybe these thoughts are my own form of insanity.
Hey, don't say that. Oh yeah, Ushi wanted us to tell you. It's very important.
Hmm?
Ushi said he has the power to exorcise demons, so people use him to fend them off. But after he met Ito, he's never left his side. He also said that he doesn't have any grand philosophies. He just thinks we should spend our lives around the people who make us happiest. Maybe there aren't so many rules about how we should or shouldn't live our lives in this world after all. So, he hopes you can come to understand that even though the power of a yaksha may be harmful to other people, it doesn't mean you shouldn't hang out with them. Yep, like people with visions. They have more resistance against your power, right? And... Well, anyway, there's loads of people out there who really care about you.
Suddenly you sound a lot like Bosacius and the others. They used to talk about how they hoped to live a mortal's life once the world was at peace. I think I was the only one who didn't think that way. The Bosacius recorded in the Fantastic Compass had lost his sanity. He addressed the people around him as Alatus, Menogius, and others. These are the names of the 5 yakshas. I am Alatus, and Menogius is General Capesus. The others are Bonanis, or General Chisapis, and Indarius, or General Musatus. I heard that people call the 5 of us yakshas, the Guardian Adepti. Bosacius and Yelan's ancestors stayed underground to the end. So that space must have read their minds in their last moments as they approached death. Yelan was right in everything she said. Both of our proposals had their drawbacks, and both were sensible suggestions. But the power of that space was far beyond all of us. I couldn't have done all I did without everyone's help. Even in the final moments, it took every bit of my power to break free from that place.
Well, Paimon still thinks you were amazing.
Yanfei and Yelan are correct. I always prepare for the worst-case scenario. This mindset is deeply rooted in me. Even so, it was the most optimistic solution I could think of. If Rex Lapis hadn't saved me in that moment, I don't think I would have been able to escape. In the end, I still had to burden another.
But that's how it should be, right? You've known Zhongli, Rex Lapis, for such a long time. And you've helped him before, so he helped you back. What's the big deal?
Perhaps. In the moment that we escaped from that space, I could sense what was left of Bosacius's memory. If I had to say what I gained from this trip, I think that would be it. It's good that one more person will remember him.
Wow, another one.
Menogius, where have you been?
Brother Yaksha, you're confused again. I've told you countless times, I am Boyoung, a thaumaturge who fought with you in the chasm.
Boyoung? Boyoung? You are Boyoung, but who am I?
Believe me, I want to know as much as you do. Here we are, the two who agreed to stay here together, and I can't even call you by your name. It's a shame.
Stay here? No. No, you have to leave.
Nonsense, Brother Yaksha. We're down here for good now. Don't you remember? It's too late to have regrets. The seal can't be broken.
The seal. Ah, yes. I'm a Yaksha who came here to fight.
Brother, are you okay?
Look at the state of me. I don't think I've got long now.
We're the only two left. Don't go dying on me. Today I saw my family down here. Clear as day. What do you think? Am I losing my mind now too?
Boyoung, do you want to go home?
I made my decision to leave Zhongzhou up on the surface. I obviously... Of course I want to go home.
I must have family too.
You mean brothers and sisters? I'm sure you do.
Brothers and sisters. Yes, but who am I? And where is my family?
Brother, what's wrong? Hang in there. It's just you and me. Don't die before me.
Alatus, is that you?
Who's Alatus? Your memory's going again.
I'm sorry. You all have to see me in this state.
Brother! Brother!
Look, there's someone over there.
Who are they?
They're my... I remember now. I know you. My brothers and sisters have come for me, Boyoung.
You're awake? At least tell me your name.
Brother Bosacious.
Hey, Bosacious. Bosacious.
I am Bosacious, and my destiny is to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I've said so much today, but I don't need to hold back as much when I talk to you. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you were aware of your destiny? The potential of life? The approach of death? Whatever it might have been. By now, I have accepted that destiny is the one disaster that the Yaksha know most keenly of all. We are destined to misery. And yet, we have no fear.
Xiao.
It matters not. Rex Lapis had said that you are a witness. It is right that the events of the world are relayed to you. Bonanis, Menogias, and Indarius all perished, and only Bosacious's fate was unknown. This has always stung my heart like a thorn. That is why I went to the chasm, despite being fully aware of the danger. Now that I know what happened in the chasm back then, I can finally put this matter to rest. Before we left that place, I picked up a stone. I thought if I could take it out with me, I would place it in the temple to Pervases in memory of Bosacious. Unfortunately, the stone did not survive. Pervases died in the Archon War thousands of years ago. He was younger than us, and Bosacious was very sad when he passed. Too many Yakshas have become casualties of battle. We are like a flock of birds, scattered to the four corners of the world.
Wow.
And in the end, as Bonanis said, it's rare for a Yaksha to find repose for their soul. Bosacious, Boyoung, and all those soldiers. Heroes. I like that word. Maybe the world will never be free of disaster. But there is good in the world, too. Even the darkest hearts have room for those they cherish. I accept your advice. From this day on, heroes will always look out for each other.
Amazing. Wow. The tales beyond the farm about the lakas ng kayo muling ano. Harizo. Zarambambambao. Gaya mo na ako isa, dalawa, apat. So, ito. Sibunasus. Bonasus in the blood. Oh, Bonasus in the blood. Bonasus in the blood.
Solidify.
Bonasus in the blood. Bonasus in the blood.
Stabilize.
Shine down. Boring.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered. Let's light it up. Yeah.
It's done? Okay. It's done. Possession the Blahar! Napakaganda naman, no? Maganda naman ang story ang yun.
Adventure time.
Nakakalambot lang kapag tapos na. Wala nang kasunod. So, doon na papasok yung pagpapalakas ko dapat. Tapos na. Kaya magkano?
Gather.
There is no escape.
Xiao at Zhongli talaga magkasama talaga. Malupit ito. So, malupit ang kanilang connection dalawa.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Maldit repair! Casa!
Useless.
Ito mga tilaw.
Off we go.
Stabilize.
There is no escape.
Boring.
Tinamad. pare-pareho lang tayo dito nag-story mode. So, magandang para tayo magkasama rito. Para tayo magkasama rito.
Ad Astra.
Sa story, hindi tayo magkakaintindihan.
Thank you for
Dahil naiintindihan nyo naman pare-pareho yung
Ad Astra.
story, diba? Story, diba? Ano na tayo magagawa dyan? Magkaling kaintindihan na kailangan gawin o kailangan natin gawin para maswak sa ating mga panlasa. No? Ha? Wilkin? Naglalaro pa ba nito? Wala alam kung may naglalaro pa nito. Paano meron? Pero ako naglalaro pa ako kasi ang ganda-ganda. Ito na lang pala, kulang ko si 60. 90. 90. Makapagluto pala. Siguro, makapagluto. Pagluto na tayo. 20 daw, 20. 20 lulutin ko. May crab pa ba ako? Aray 20 siguro. Makakapagluto ba ako ng 20? Ayun, 20. Tapos, siguro makakapagluto pa ako ng madaming ganito. 90 na. So, raw meat. Naku, hindi yan. Smoke. Ito, ham. Okay. Nasaan yung meat? Pampers. Siguro. Tapos bibili ako rito ng ingredients. Hindi pwede na nabili ng ingredients. Hindi dito. Kabila. Yan. Salt. Bili tayo ng marami. Nito. Ito yung nagre-reset ng everyday. Everyday pala ito eh. Wala naman palang problema. Wala pala tayong problema. Habits. Wala naman tayong problema. Pwede ito sud na yan. Ito wet. Ayan, wag na rin yan. Okay, lodo tayo. Claim on. Boss. Request and boss. 3 days. Ito ba? 1-4 pa lamang. Pero ito 5 days pa. Okay, nice. Atake muna ko ng boss. Meron kasing Makati. Yun yung nakakainis din eh, yung Makati. Grabe. Hindi ko pa natatalo yung boss na yun. Kasi wala akong karakter na may kailangan ng kanyang material.
Solidify!
Shine down!
Ba't 18? Sino pa ba ditong mga masarap kalampagin? Sige, tanda lang ito. Papunta tayo ito. Pampatapos ng battle pass. Free battle pass. Para magkaroon ng bilog-bilog. Para magkaroon ng bilog-bilog.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered.
Useless.
Wala talaga.
Gather.
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Lament. Here.
Okay. Punta naman tayo rito kay Pogi. Okay, dito pinakamalapit. Siguro dito, liliparin ko na lang eh. Kasi gagamitan natin ng gadget na wind. Yan. Ano ba yan? Sige, ating navigate na para kitang-kita sa mapa. Sige, bababa tayo dito para ano. Mabilis. Para turbo blast. Ayun doon. Nindahan niya. Grabe. Grabe yung story niya.
Useless.
Grabe yung story na yun. Grabe talaga. Nag-aarte pa ako mamay.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered.
I'm going in!
This is order.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Okay, tapos na. Tanggal na yan. Mag-artifact muna ako dahil wala namang iba gagawin. Hindi mag-artifact, tama ba? Mag-artifact, diba? Right, bakit? Uy, a forest of things. Story quest. Hang out. Okay. Right, traveler. Domains, rounds, diba? Wala, no? Heraldry, no? Sige, domains, artifact. Tayo sa may, ano? Asan yun? Eto. Eto tayo, guys. Mag-uubos tayo ngayon ng 100. So, meron tayong limang laban. Papalitan ko. Lagay kong siyang loy. Lagay kong siyang loy ng ating kuwan. Saan si Shuangling? Shuangling.
I can't wait any longer!
Pwede pala yung kay Shuangling na, no? Liyo eh. Pagka nagkataon. Put na lang. I can't wait any longer.
Useless.
Teamwork is strength! Eat this!
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Solidify!
I'm going in!
Disappear! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Here! Here!
Napapatalang-tala lang tayo dyan. Wala namang boss. Ang pangit.
Everybody stand back!
Lament! Here! Worthless! Here!
Oy, attack. Ang pangit ba yan?
Solidify!
I'm going in!
Evil conquering! Here! 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 Worthless!
Gather!
Out of the frying pan into the fire! Let's light it up!
Useless!
Kailangan ko dyan makapagpaga ng takbo ng lakas nitong si Shao. Bigye. Tama. Kaya hindi ako mag-actor dito ng project. Sa skill pa, fix. Sa talent. Tama.
Solidify!
You're toast! Everybody stand back!
Disappear! Worthless! Here! 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 Boring! Useless!
Gather!
Nice and spicy!
Testing ko kaya yung Uy. Sige, tingnan ko kung ano to. Babasagin ko na lang kapag titingnan kita. Babasagin na lang kita kapag Weapon. Switch. Artifact. Swerte. Ito, maganda ba to? Sige. Ito, tingnan natin to. Tingnan natin to, Kapag lumabas dito ay retrade. Pwede. Okay, dahil defense ka, tapon. Dahil defense ka, tapon ka.
Race you!
Fortified!
I'm going in!
Evil conquering! Here! Mortalist! Mortalist! Here!
Ay, nagka-burst. Dahil wala energy recharge. Energy essential 166. Pero kapag ka sinwitch ko tong pass, ay meron siyang 200 ulit. Sige, yan na lang. Yun na lang. Sayang naman. Elemental Mastery dapat recharge na lang. Sige, tingnan natin. Tingnan natin ang kanyang potensyal. Tingnan natin ang kanyang potensyal. Pag-crit damage sa lababas, tingnan natin ang kanyang potensyal. Tingnan natin ang kanyang potensyal. Seminawal Renaissance. Ganyan. Ito ba yan? Ay, HP 3. Meron ako nito. Ito nakalak. Ito. Ito kung ba't nakalak yun? HP. Kailangan nun. Kailangan ko ng pera. Ito crit damage sa lumabas. Goods. Okay, paswara. Useless ka. Ano yun? Oh, useless ka. Alin dito yung crit damage? HP. Ito maganda-ganda to. Pero maganda yata. So, wala. Wala to. Pero kay Xiao pala, ay flower. Flower pala. Kailangan ko makuha. Tsaka itong ganito. Flower. Sige. Flower at tsaka suns. Flower at tsaka suns. Para matanggalan ko na.
Stabilize!
Everybody stand back! Huh? Eat this!
Disappear! Here!
Very nice. Okay. Grabe naman yun. Hindi ako makamove on. Ganda kasi. Ay, ganda ng Sans. HP. Ganda. Ganda. Ganda niya, HP. Very good. Ito yung may pagkasyaw pa rin. May pagkasyaw pa din. Boom, 34. Saltik na naman ako.
Stabilize! Test subject.
Let's light it up!
Boring!
Fist. Ano fist? A force of change. Diba si Yelan siguro nag-open na? Aba? Si Yelan? Panis. Sige. Story. 7-star selection. Sige. Ano yan?
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
Palitan ko muna ng party. Xiangling Xinxia Hodao. Yan.
Send one, send them all.
Send one, send them all. O, lahat liwi yan. Kaso kailangan kong palitan ng energy recharge. Ito kung gusto kong mag-ano. Saan ba yan? Ito ay 46 attack. 46% ang attack niya. Sa weapon, meron akong kunwari na 27. Pero meron akong gain na attack and 3% quick rate. This effect stacks. So, meron akong 4. So, 7, 40. So, pwede siya. Maghanap ako ng artifact na energy recharge. Ano ba ito? May energy recharge ba dito? Extra. Nako. Oh. Nako. Kasama. Sama din naman na rin. Sama, Gano ko all. Ano wala. Ano oh, energy recharge yung sama, oh. Kita. Energy recharge. Ayan. Energy recharge. 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 Recharge. Energy recharge. Pare, ata lang ang pinakamaganda. No? Oh, no? Ito lang. So, tingnan natin. I-enhance natin to. Nope. Cancel. Sige, hanap tayo ng level. Level. Yan. So, ano yan. 18, so, eto. Yan. Boom, crit damage. Attack. Ayan, nice. Okay. Lock ko muna to kasi goods naman. Switch. Yan. Yan. Nakakita na ako ng ano. Meron akong recharge na 217. Crit damage 17. Naka-crit damage ako. Hindi ako naka-crit rate. So, ako ay may 140. Pero kung papalitan ko, halimbawa, ng crit rate. May crit rate ba tayo dyan? Crit rate. Wala pala tayong emblem. Crit damage. Wala. Ay, wala tong crit rate. Ano to? Ay, energy recharge to. Wala pala akong crit rate. Siya, sige.
Now I got stomach cramps.
1-4. Ilang araw? 5 araw. Okay. Sana magkayelan para malupit. Talents. Fireman. Kulang. Ito ba? Ay, crown na to eh. Crown na to. Wala akong. Wait. Walay.
Wait, did I leave my apron outside to dry?
Nah. Gusto kong umihi eh. Ihi ako.
I can't decide whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs. Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time. If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients. rain has stopped. Come with me. Let's pick some matsutake.
Nare-reach naman. So, yung na-reach. Ay, is. Ay, hindi sila, tropa.
Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time.
Pyro Archon. Naku, pag nagka-Pyro Archon. Ayun pala, Pyro Archon. Si Dendro Archon, kukunin ko rin yan sa banda-banda dyan. Pati weapon niya. Kailangan ko lang ay mabuild muna itong mga to. Kaya itong ginamit ko kasi, magagamit ko si Elan. Susubukan natin kung maganda ang klaseng ano. Oopsie! Patay! Patay yun!
It's been a long time.
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Long time no see. Fancy meeting you here. How's work these days?
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time. But I've been feeling distracted at work lately. It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
Huh? What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days.
5 days, so
He's
pwede ko
always
pang
said,
kunin yung
old
ibang
age comes for us all in the end.
mga anong tawag
Still,
dun,
I just can't help
mga
but feel a little emotional watching
yung
it happen
mga
to him.
ano nga
Anyway,
yun?
my father's currently on the second floor of Yangcheng Tea
Ilan yan?
House. Why don't you come pay him a visit with me? He seems very fond of you too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Let's go. Saan ba yan? Uy, naka-ano pa rin. Naka-ano pa din yung isa. Naka-navigate. Saan ba? Kita?
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Hoishi, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea? I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories. Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry, I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liu Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
It's Yelan.
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think? Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Gagawin ko rin pag hindi ko ito nakuha.
You guys take your
Mag-iipon
time.
lang talaga ako ng
Everything's all set for the assessments to
premo
go
pang
ahead.
naman,
Meet me on the first floor when
parusan.
you're ready.
Sana
Until then,
wala pang
have a
parusan.
pleasant conversation.
Pero
Oh,
kung
and
magkaroon man kahit
no need to pay for your tea.
C0,
As the new
iba-iba
owner
at
of this fine
least.
establishment, this
Pero
hangs
stop
on
na
the
doon.
house.
Basta makakuha nun. Stop na ako doon.
You're all set?
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Wide open ka dyan. Sa linggo, magubos ako, magbabawas ako ng para sa pagpapalevel ng mga skill ng mga to, pero may siyangling ba rito? Wala eh. Walang siyangling rito eh. Nakakati nga kamay kong mag-pull na eh. Kaso kulang pa to eh. Sige, hintay na lang natin para talagang makita natin ang chance. Saan ba yun?
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just... being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
Quanwei Gaming.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process. I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done. Finished?
Almost.
Ibang klase talaga.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share?
Alin ang pinakamaig, Mingbo. Quanwei. Manifest test many commercialization provides some very penetrating analysis.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across...
Finished, huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing two entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
Mind your tone, mister!
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
Ningbo.
Please introduce yourself.
I'm, I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days? My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach 2 very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical and...
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Chenwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Chenwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary! Paimon couldn't agree more! You're good at this, Yuan.
Last but not least, Jur-E. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields. With the depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Yi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Wala pa. So, 2 days? 2 days bago mag-regenerate mo ito. Nito per day? Dahil? Gadget, tapos are, tapos ito, tapos boom, wala.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
Alright, then let me ask this. The ideas in Yi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Wei went on to focus on his business, and Mingguo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Yi was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa! So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
Wei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingguo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Yi, that was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Yi came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see, but it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
I don't know, Uncle Tien. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tien.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time.
Yeah.
Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Yi purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Yi always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
Mm-hmm. I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself. So, it's gonna be Jerry, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Hello, what's
Lady
up?
Yelan, what are your orders?
How are you? Are you fine?
Where
Thank
did
you.
they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Jerry?
Jur-E, well, obviously as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai,
Sige,
the owner
sige.
of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a
Lapad mo
bad
lang,
idea.
lapad mo lang yan.
Let's go and ask him.
Si Dilok Man. Uy. Tapos na agad. Tingnan natin si Dilok mo ah. Sige. Lagay lang tayo rito ng ano, haba. Haba. Yan. Ano yun? Ito ba yan? Tama ba ako? Saan ba yan? Ayan din eh. Dito yun eh. Uy. Ay, mag-search. Si Rui, tama ba? Nasaan si Dilok? Wala. Natuduling ba ako? Wala akong makita ng Dilok dito. Aray, putong gulong, mo. Uy. Ito. Uy. 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 Uy, traveler na babae. Uy. 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 Add ko na ikaw, ah. Sap. Ano to? Sap. Kumbre. Sige. Take your time. Alright. Yan natin yan. Nari. May bago pa akong avatar. Ay, hindi. Ano yun? Card name. Name card. Wala ata eh. Yeah mo. Si Hilicher, yan ang huli. Basta ang ginagamit ko yung mga huli-hulihan. Mga huli-huli.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. Siyum. Nakapag wala akong butterfly. Sayang yung butterfly. Maganda yung butterfly. Yung mukhang butterfly ba? Wala ako sa event. Jilo. Rui. Kapor mo. Tapos Jilo. Wala pa eh. Hindi pa nakikita. Kaparma. Maglalagyan tayo nito. Taas ang ping natin eh. Maglalagyan ta. Saan siya? Eh? Anong word to? Akin ata to eh. Password ako sa kanya. Ano siya? Ayun. Right. May dilo ka ba? Yun. Ubas na. 1-8. Weapon. Aba. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Aba, ayos.
But where are those who share the memory?
Naka-wolf, naka-favorite. Constellation talents, okay. Nandiyan ka ba? Chat ka. Nagchat ka, hindi ko mababasa yan. Tropa.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots,
As a
I
jeweler
have a few
cherishes their
references.
gems.
Sige. Akala ko wala ka dyan eh. Sabi. Yan. Ito tropa, ang artifacts ay ano. Well, ito, kailangan mo mag-hunt ng anong tawag doon? Crimson Witch of Flames. Kailangan mo yun. Kailangan mo kay Dilok yung tropa, Pipsi.
Kailangan mo yun eh. Kailangan mo yun.
Boats are made for transferring
Yun ang mas
commodities back
malakas
and
kasi
forth.
may pyro na rin
And those
yun.
that come
Tapos
across Liyue
pagka
tend to
nag-reaction
stay
ka,
So it is remaining from this
nag-elemental
conflict.
reaction, may additional damage yun. Sino meron ba ditong naka,
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as
Hindi na ko
I
lang yung
remember.
option. Yung option lang.
But where
ng-
are those who share the memory?
Ang substats, tingnan natin. Yung substats nitong iyo. Opo, Team Power Remson. Yun. Nice, very nice. Nice. Ito, ang substats mo. Sa ngayon, pag ito ang substats mo sa flower ng Crimson ay the best. Pero kung siswertihin ka pa ng mas maganda, mga 30 or 25, goods na itong 23. Goods na itong 23. Teka.
A blade
75,
embraces its beauty,
156. Alright.
as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Yung nagsasalitang aya ka. Ang galing. Sa tayo ako. Galing.
Osmanthus wine
Kasi
tastes the
yung ulit
same
yung
as I
nagsasalita.
remember.
Itong substat ito,
But
maganda
where
na.
are those
Natin natin
who
yung iba.
share the
Tingnan ko
memory?
yung iba. Yung crit damage mo, okay. Ito, medyo kailangan magandang itong HP, at least energy recharge. Pero yung crit damage mo maganda yung roll. Pati yung yung crit rate. Kung ito, itong HP ay mapapalitan ng energy recharge.
A blade
Kapag
is
Brick
like a
Crimson
tree.
na, ay malapit.
Only those who sample it many
Malapit
times
na yung
can
Crimson mo.
appreciate its true qualities.
Crit damage, mababa. Attack, napapunta. Defense, ano ba to? Bug ata to eh. Bug ata to. Kasi defense ang nakikita ko.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I
Siguro naman
remember.
attack to, no?
As a jeweler
But where are
cherishes their
those
gems.
who share
Attack ba to sa'yo? Attack ba to sa'yo? Parang hindi eh. Sadyang defense eh. Okay. Akala ko
I
bug.
only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
Papalitan natin to ng ng
Greedy
attack.
of me.
Si main stats.
Where
Tapos,
do you want to go next?
patataasin ng
If
crit
you'd like to
damage,
see
yung crit rate,
Liyue's
ganun
tourist
din.
spots,
Mga
I have a
siguro,
few
okay na yung 7. Hindi, kahit 3 na to. Yung crit damage ay mga 30%. Tapos kahit ganyan yan, tapos energy
Osmanthus
recharge.
wine tastes the same as I remember.
Ano ko bag? Sorry.
But where are
Ito,
those
fire
who
damage,
share
maganda.
the memory?
Okay. Yun. Kung ito, ay depende